Okay, in this video we're going to talk about dead-end corridors. So we'll go to Volume 1, Division B, Part 3. We're going to go to Section 3.3, Safety Within Floor Areas, and we'll go to 3319, Corridors. And if we just go to the last sentence in 3319, sentence number 7 here, except for a dead-end corridor that is entirely within a suite or is permitted by a couple of other sentences, a dead-end corridor is permitted, provided it is not more than 6 meters long. So there's a magic number there to avoid a dead-end corridor situation. That is not allowed. So let's just take a look at what this means in an example. So what I've drawn here is a typical floor plate. I put in some exit stairs there, some exit stores there. That would just be an elevator. And I've thrown in a couple of washrooms there. And of course, this would be the public corridor right here, like so. Now, when you leave a suite, so let's just say we're exiting that suite or exiting this suite, you do need to be able to go in two directions to an exit. So actually, it looks like I have an issue here with suite number 2 right off the bat. So let's fix that, and let's look at the article actually that requires me to fix that. And so for that, we need to go to 3313, sentence number 9. So is accepted as permitted by this section and sentence, that sentence there, at the point where a doorway referred to in sentence 8. Well, this is referring to a situation when you have multiple suites and you enter a public corridor, which would be as I had drawn. It just says that it shall be possible to go in two directions to reach an exit, basically, is what it says. So back to this plan here. I've got a bit of a problem with egress of suite number 2, because if I left there, I could only go one direction to reach an exit. So that's not good. So, to fix that, I guess in this case, we could just say, well, let's just move this wall over to here, and, and then an egress point could be here, basically. Let's say there, and wherever that one is, then you're able to go in two directions. And so back to the article that was the intent of this video here. So yeah, so a dead-end corridor. So you always want to read the other sentences to see what they say. I think this one here has to do with patients. There should be no dead-end corridor for corridors that have sleeping rooms of patients or something like that. And the other one I think is relating to some dwelling unit situation. So you always have to read that. But to look at the basic scenario of what this is, what it's basically telling you is, if you have this floor and you've now left, let's say, suite number 1, you do have the option to go two directions here. Okay, so you can go this way to that exit, right? Or you can go this way. And what the dead-end corridor is they don't want you, when you're heading to, say, that exit there, they don't want you to overshoot that exit and accidentally go down here and miss your exit, basically, miss your emergency exit point. So the whole idea is that, the distance from that door that way, that can't be more than 6 meters, basically. So if you had this situation, let's just say that was a 7 meters, how could you fix this? Well, you could look at possibly, adding another wall there with a door, which would probably be a good idea anyways, maybe. And then check the distance and make sure that that's not more than 6 meters. But that'd be kind of a waste of space there like that. So the other thing you could do, even if, let's just say that distance there was more than 6 meters, then you could just put a door here like so, and do whatever, rearrange the washrooms or whatever. But that's kind of the point. You just don't want to have a situation where someone could run past their point of emergency exit. And so the other thing I should mention here is that if you went to the previous version of the Alberta building code, that dead-end corridor requirement was 3 meters. So as far as I know, and as long as I can remember, it was always 6 meters in the National Building Code. It's always been 6 meters in the British Columbia Building Code. But the Alberta one was 3 meters in the previous version, but they've changed it now back to 6 meters in this latest version. And also in this sentence, just pay attention to except for dead end corridor that is entirely within a suite. Okay, so you're allowed to have a dead end corridor that is entirely within a suite. So just looking at that example, let's just say suite one was an office, and I've just drawn in a bunch of offices, and this is a say a corridor. So you got a reception area, and then you got a corridor going to all these offices, like so. So if this distance, say from here, from this point, I'll do a different color here. If this distance from this point to this point was, say, 12 meters or more, it's fine. Okay, so it's entirely within a suite, so you're allowed to have that dead end corridor more than 6 meters. But of course, as per other videos and other requirements, you have to make sure your travel distances to an egress doorway from the suite are met, and so on and so forth. Other than that, though, that's pretty much, what a dead end corridor is, and you just want to check your plans and make sure you don't have those types of situations.